professors in America who I've been in touch with a lot about this book to make sure I get all the facts correct in it. They've done a massive amount of research, been published in various different books and websites and so forth. And they kind of take it a step further and think that they kind of added kind of infill for this icosahedron system, which later became what they call the Unified Vector Geometry Projection, which is the classic grid that everyone sees. It's like a flattened map. Everyone's seen it on the internet and different talks and so forth.
Mm.
And really, it's come from there. And I've just had a good look at all that research, really gone into it. And nowadays, you can even get on Google Earth. Beth Hargens has developed a grid program which you can just place on top of Google Earth with all her things, all her lines in it, and it's amazing. I really recommend anyway. If you just type in Becca Hargens, Hagens, into Google, Becca Hargens grid program, you can pick up a copy and get it. So there's a lot out there, and really, the rest of the book really goes into the placement of sites around the planet and patterns that they create around the planet, and looking at different geometries, and not necessarily specifically this exact grid that the other researchers have talked about, and how they relate to each other, distances between them, degrees of difference between them, different latitudes, longitudes, and really even natural features like waterfalls, volcanoes, and mountains, and how they fit together. So there's a whole, we really went into it, and it's quite a fun little book, really, kind of looking at all the different aspects, and quite a lot of new research there as well. And obviously we look at it from a geomancer's perspective, where we're looking at these, what's called the Hartmann and the Curry grids, which cause geopathic stress, and they're very tight grids, very, very tight, just a few meters apart.
Yeah.
So we look at them as well and give an overview of that. So we're looking at, all different grids, really. We're not just saying there's only one.
Sure.
There needs to be a whole different systems in place all across the planet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you have quite a few websites out there. Tell us first, of course, how people would easily go about getting a copy of your book.
Well, the book's quite widely available. It's one of the wooden books, which there's like, I don't know if anyone's heard of the Little Book of Coincidence or Robin Heath's books, Sun, Moon, and Earth, and Stonehenge. They're kind of everywhere. They're all around the world, really, especially in Britain, because that's where they're produced from Glastonbury. Get them on Amazon. You can get them. You better get them from my website or our website, which is avalonrising.co.uk. But generally, Amazon or books, they're in most bookshops nowadays. Hopefully, we're going to get it published worldwide as well. But I think we're just going to do it in Britain to see how it goes first. And obviously, I'm doing lots of talks, but people can get them there. They're only a £5 as well, which is quite nice, and considering it's such a small book, there's a lot in it. It took us. It's quite weird how you put so much time into a book, and then people can read it in a couple of hours.
Right.
It's quite small, but again, it could easily be expanded into 10 times that size, which I'll probably do the next year or two. So.
Sure.
But they are quite widely available, the wooden books. Just look out for them. Yeah.
All right.
Launch here on the 27th in Glastonbury. People can drop in if they want it. Labyrinth Books on the High Street.
All right. And then, of course, you have a few other sites out there to your Megalithomania and your Avalon magazine. Do you want to mention those as well?
Yeah, AvalonRising.co.uk is where we do the magazine. That's the same thing. We produce sort of annual magazine, Earth Mysteries, lots of different subjects in that. Megalithomania is the conference we organise, myself and John Martineau and others in Glastonbury every year, and we invite all the sort of top ancient mysteries, Earth Mysteries researchers, and even archaeologists and so forth. Next year we're doing it on May the 23rd and 24th in Glastonbury at the Assembly Rooms. We've got Graham Hancock and Robin Heath, amongst others. And we do get sort of lesser-known people who've done amazing research which will never get out there any other way, because they often don't publish books. But Michael Hodge is talking about ancient calendars. This guy Chris Troger is talking about how crystals were used in the megaliths, and that was sort of high technology. It's a very scientific way of looking at it, but what they're finding, look at the way we use crystals now with the internet and telecommunications and technology. It's all there. It seems to be the ancients for doing it first.
Right.
And Christine Roan is looking at the sacred geography of ancient Greece. So we cover quite a range. And that's megalithomania.co.uk. And people, we record all the talks. People can buy them on DVD for like £6 on the website, David Hatch-Childers was there last year. He was legendary, shall we say, and amongst others.
Right. Okay, excellent. So there are a few websites there to check out. Again, I'm going to have these links up on the information page, so go there, and we'll have those links linked up easily for you to take a look at. But we're going to continue now with Hugh Newman in our members section. So members, stay tuned for much more. We're going to tie together what we just talked about with seeds and fertility technology, going to a little bit more about crop circles maybe, and also about Giza and some of the pyramids there. And also, if there's time, spend a little bit time on the indigo children. We haven't talked about that too much on the program, so that might be a good idea to touch upon that. But stay with us, Hugh. We're going to continue our discussion in our members section. But for this segment, thank you very much for coming on. Great having you here.
Thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate it.
Tune into our second segment with Hugh Newman, now available in the members section. Go to redicecreations.com, click on subscribe, and find out how to sign up, get instant access, and tune in. And of course, don't miss our live show on Saturday the 4th with Daniel Tatman. That's going to be great. Just click on Red Eyes Live banner on our front page for time zones and times when we're going to begin. You'll also see the player there and more info. So we'll see you on Saturday, but right now, more coming up with Hugh Newman in the member section.
Change everything you are and everything you will surely come. Your hard times are